Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to make some charm pieces, but first I want to finish this bracelet up that I started last week, and I did a video on it and you may have watched it already. If not, that's kind of the part one for this. And I need to adjust this camera. There we go. My camera tries to find words, I've noticed, so I try to get all the words out. So anyway, I went and got this, which is the Metal Gallery medium curb chain with white nickel from Hobby Lobby, and it was half off. I usually buy two when it's it's like buy one get one free, or you're getting two for the price of one, but I didn't do that. I only got this and like one other thing that was in the clearance section because one, I chose to just get that, and two, I didn't really need anything else. I still looked in every section, but I didn't feel the need to get anything else. So these are the jump rings that we did last time we were together, and here are some charms that I have gotten out. And then these pieces right here will go with this because these all came together, if you remember from a couple of videos back when I did some jewelry pieces. And then these are just some charms that I had in the bucket that I've been using to store my charms. So they're there in the way, basically. I am running short on time, but you know I'm going to talk out all of the time. But for some reason, last night when I was doing laundry, always a story about this laundry, I did not start the dryer, no, I didn't start the washer. So today is swim day for my little roommate, and I have two towels for him, but because I didn't do like a good mommy, I didn't wash it. I didn't dry it because I thought I had pressed wash on another load of clothes. So the other clothes have stopped drying, and now we're drying his clothes because I want him to go with a clean towel, not a dirty towel. His teacher was like, he doesn't like the water getting his face, and I was like, I know. He's not big into water being in his eyes, which I can't say that I blame him because mommy doesn't like that either. And I'm just digging in my bucket of charms to get out some things. And this is the bucket that I've chose to use. And I'm just getting out the jump rings that I have already. And I'm going to pause so it's not too long. Okay, so I just wanted to remind you all, this is the chain that I had last time I tried to do this video or make this bracelet, and this is the chain that I have now. So as you can see, the thinner one or the smaller one is that long, and the thicker or wider one is that long. So I measured it on my wrist, and I think for me, I feel like charm bracelets should dangle a little bit. They shouldn't be snug, and that's why I gave it the extra room. So what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to put this back on, and I am going to recycle those claw clips, the clasp that I did on the first one, because they're still good. And that little this bracelet, this piece of chain is still good as well. So what I will probably do with that is make something with it. I want to try a different technique that I haven't did before or haven't did in a while, and I'll show you that one really quickly once we get this bracelet assembled. And then I think that I'm going to be done with this project And so the next time I come on, if I'm saying let's make a bracelet or earrings, it will be for something different or someone else. So again, I put these two clasps on there because she can connect it wherever she wants to connect it at. And let's see if I can't show you. So, you know, like she can connect, if she wants it tight, she can put it in this one and that one and now. And it's just a little bit more reinforcement on there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go off camera because I don't want you all waiting. And I'm going to put the jump rings and everything on here. And so just before we do that, you can see the difference in what I have made, which is this little loop, and the manufacturer's loop. So I'm going to be using the manufacturer's loop, and my loops will be at the bottom. And I'm going to probably flatten a few of them because of the rawness. It's not really raw, but that edge that you just saw me flatten, I want it to be flush. I want it to be flush. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put the jump rings on and come back. Okay, so I have all of the charms that I'm going to be putting on this bracelet with the jump rings. And sometimes what I will do is I'll put a double. So I'll put, when I say double, I mean I'll use 2 jump rings on one piece, but I'm not going to do that for this time. I am just going to put it one on there. And I'm going to start here. And you can be as thorough as you like. For this one, it's going to be a fun charm, but normally what I would do is I would count, because that's how anal I am sometimes. So I would be like, you know, this one counts as 1, 1, 2, 3 charm, 1, 2, 3 charm, 1, 2, 3 charm. It makes it a little bit more symmetrical, and it's easier for you to see what you're doing, I want to say. But for this one, it's just going to be on there because we're having fun. We are not going to be super duper worried about the placement. Although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did have 7 of those things, just so you all know, and 1 is missing. So 6 will have to do. Oh, right here in my face. See? Gotta get my eyes checked again. And we're just gonna put those in. So I do want to charm, excuse me, some beads, charm, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place a few on and come back and show you the placement after I've done a few. Okay, so I decided not to show you that. I decided I'll show you the first placement of 1, and then I'll come back and show you. So I'll show you a bead, and then I'll show you a charm. So here we are right there. And remember, because I think that she may want hers tight, I'm not going to put it super close because the clasp, it will go over. So once you apply it, you're going to twist. Now, I always tell you all this, but the last time, well, when I first started charm, beading, whatever you want to call it, jewelry making, I would turn. So you just want to twist them together. And not turn, I would pull apart versus, so I would pull apart, but you're supposed to do that, like twist them together. And then what I normally do is I'll come back, and I can't use all of my hand at both of my hands at the same time. I'll come back and flatten it to make sure that it is good. Now I want to tell you, on this piece of material, we could have used the bracelet. We could have made a bracelet. The jump rings would have had to be smaller. So just keep that in mind when you are crafting your jewelry, when you're creating your jewelry, that you need to make sure that your material all matches perfectly, or matches together as well as possible. And so we've applied this one piece, and I'm just going to go down a few more links and put this one on. For some reason, I feel like I'm in a studio, I have 1,000 lights on and it's still dim, but that's because of the other stuff that I have on my desk. So again, you're going to turn it to meet, not pull apart, but turn to meet. And then for me, what I do is I just flatten it because I'm not that good at turning to meet yet. And I think that, you know, I need to just make more jewelry. And I probably will because I do enjoy making the jewelry. And it also brings back good feelings, happy thoughts of when my mom and I crafted together. Excuse the noise, my neighbors are doing, I don't know what. But anyway, that is that. Also, remember that if you don't have back jewelry, like say if your pieces only have one thing on there, make sure you keep your jewelry going in a certain way, because if not, you'll have front on back and back on front. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and place a few more on and then come back. Okay, so you can see how we are going with this chain, this bracelet, and I think it's turned out fairly well so far. I will show you the end product once we've finished putting all those others on. And see, that's why I was telling you about counting, like I used to count them and make sure that I had enough space. But when you're doing a chunky bracelet or charm or a chunky whatever, you kind of want it to have a feel of a lot of stuff on there. Even though this is not truly a chunky bracelet, it will have a lot of things on. I do want to try to do a chunky charm or a chunky bracelet where it's so much on there you're like, wow. But for now, I'm just going to stick with what I've been doing, which is not overflowing it, not putting so much on to it. And again, it depends on what you're going to be doing or what the person's going to be doing when they're wearing these pieces of jewelry or using them. So I'll go ahead and put the rest of these things on and come back once I'm done. Okay, so this is the finished project, which I absolutely, of course, adore and love because I made it. So I'm biased, of course. So what I did is I put a charm here and not on here, and I'll tell you why in a few seconds. So it's charm bead, charm bead, charm bead, charm bead, charm bead, charm bead. And I'm thinking that I probably should have put another small one probably right here, but I thought I was going to be able to use all of them. As you can see, I still have a charm and I have a bead left over. And the reason why I'm not going to put those is because let's just say that she does decide to clasp this bracelet twice. When she decides to clasp the bracelet twice, I don't want her to have, let's just go ahead and do it the normal way that I would if I were wearing it. And by the way, I would totally rock this. I would. I guess that's why I like it so much. The colors are off a bit because, you know, it's orange and red and pink. And my colors are not those colors. They are blue, green, and gray. So you see, you didn't see it, but see how I just clasped that one little piece? And if I were to attach this piece right here, then the prop, for me, I think, and that's why I'm not going to do it, I would not want, because I'm looking at the aesthetics of it, I wouldn't want to have it meet another charm, another little metal charm. So that is all I have for today, and this is the completed charm bracelet, and I absolutely love it, and I hope she will too. And although these colors are supposed to match, I hope she likes it. If not, she can just pretend like she does and not hurt my feelings. Actually, my feelings won't be hurt because I know that she's going to like it even if she doesn't wear it. So she's that kind of person that it finds the beauty in everything, which is awesome. And that's probably why my little one absolutely adores her. But that is all I have for today, and I thank you all for watching. Happy crafting.